I dare you to fake date Draco Malfoy, Ginny whispered in a low voice, as if the sleeping figures of Hermione and Luna would hear. Her eyes glittered evilly, and she looked as if she had planned this since we began playing the Muggle game properly named Truth or Dare, which I wouldn't put that action above her at all. It definitely is something Ginny Weasley would do, especially to me.
Me being who I am, I just stared at her. A small smirk of victory formed on the redhead's freckled face, scrunching up her face to look downright ridiculous. Blast Ginny for knowing that I couldn't resist a dare, much the reason why I always chose it. But this was going too far. Draco Death Eater poster child Malfoy? I mean, he didn't look bad. That wasn't the issue here, as it never was when Malfoy was involved. It was the fact that my ongoing hatred towards the blonde was obvious. He was a git, and didn't know when to bloody shut up. The way he constantly yelled mudblood in Hermione's face, and quite frequently mine, was just bearable. I groaned and smashed my face into the maroon pillow on Ginny's bed, knowing I couldn't resist the urge to fake date anyone, at any time. Mumbling, I crushed my face further into the pillow, grinding my face uncomfortably into a button that was sewn on.
What was that, Violet?
My face snapped up, giving me whiplash. I said, "Fine."
Hermione stirred and threw a small decorative pillow at me, hitting me square in the nose. Falling backwards from the impact, I landed perfectly, butt first onto the floor.
Ow.
Ginny's perfectly straight hair peeked over the side of the bed. She gave me a small smile and said ever wittily, "Suck it up, princess. You have a Slytherin to impress."
Bloody batwings, what have I done? I woke up the next morning snuggled up against Ginny's plaid-clad rear end. Giving a small yelp of disgust and surprise, I threw myself away, only to land so nicely on top of Luna, who was cuddled next to the headboard, as if was the softest thing in the world.
Luna burst up, her hair a frizz of blonde and tufts. "Oh, those nargles got to my head again. I have to go," Luna muttered to herself as she jumped from the bed. Quickly she collected her things, and finding her shoes were missing, walked barefoot out of the Gryffindor girls' dorm, quickly fleeing to the purple Ravenclaw Commons.
Huh.
Hey me, guess what?
What?
I dared Violet to
Dared her to what?
fake date Malfoy, of course.
You were serious about that?
Well, I wouldn't have told you if I didn't plan on it. This is the ultimate payback, Mione. Think about it. He'll fall for who wouldn't? And then smash goes his ego when she dumps his ass.
I don't want payback, Gin. I just want him to stop calling us names.
Hermione was such an innocent. She gave in a little thought, tapping her finger to her chin decisively.
I mean, if he is such a high and mighty pureblood, wouldn't he be top of the class, right? But no, guess who's top of the class? A lowly mudblood, that's who.
Hermione kept ranting, soon convincing herself that Ginny's plan would work perfectly.
Oh, I'm being ganged up on. Introductions are necessary, aren't they? Hello, I'm Violet Beauregard, and I went to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. My skin is now violet, and I can flex into any shape I want. Be jealous. Seriously though, my name's Violet. I had been vacationing with my relatives in England when my magical abilities emerged. Not bothering to give a heads up to my parents back in America, I stayed in England, only visiting home on holidays. They understood at length, figuring my education had to be important if I wanted to stay across the ocean for it. I arrived at Hogwarts the same year as Hermione, Ron, Harry, and dare I say it, Draco Malfoy. Placed respectfully in Gryffindor, I happily became close friends with Hermione and Ron's sister, Ginny. Luna was a default friend. We had worked together in potions one day and just sort of stuck together. It helped that she was already friends with Hermione, though. But now the most important thing in my teenage years was going to be my fake yet to him real relationship with Draco hate his guts Malfoy. It was going to be grand.